As we know, the world is a big place, a very big place. Roughly 8 billion people to be exact. That's a lot of people. 8 billion. And the thing is, there's so much people. So naturally, as a byproduct, everyone's gonna have something unique into which they specialize, and it's tailored specifically to their interests and tailored to them, suited for them via talent, interests. And speaking of talent, this is just something that's come into my mind. And, for the past few days, really, I've just been, looking at a few stuff on YouTube. I know YouTube Shorts isn't the best form of equipment, if you will, digital equipment to go about your days. However, I just had one of those days recently where you're just bored, shitless, there's not really much to do, so just scrolling like a zombie through YouTube Shorts, right? And I saw this YouTube short of an American, there was some in America, it was of this guy. He had like this kit of music to play, and he plays the beats and he just approaches strangers and he tells them to freestyle. And I was listening to them, and bro, it was low-key fire, man. It was fire. And one of the things the person who was freestyling said prior to him freestyling, literally seconds prior to him freestyling this, was, oh, I've worked today, I have a few minutes before work. And it was making me think, it's like, fuck, man. Because I saw this one comment on that YouTube section, and he said something along the lines of, so much talent that goes unnoticed. And it's so true, man. I'm like, damn, there's actually people out here with so much talent. And the thing is, the people out here, and probably the best of the best in whatever industry, he probably hasn't even shown his face to the public eye yet. He's still building. So the people who are up now, the best of the best, the top at their industries, who are the favorite in a digital sense, and I say it in a digital sense because, like I said, the world is a very big place and it's very easy to call someone the best of the best. But the sad truth is, there's actually so much talent out there. They're just, I wouldn't necessarily say bad at marketing themselves. Perhaps it's just a sheer abundance of, other people with the same talent. Not to say they're in the same level of talent. Of course, everyone has their own different competencies and, the proficiencies where they can play something. But point applies, there's just so much of an abundance of something, and it's almost like the real diamond treasures, in a metaphorical sense, referring to the talent that does go unnoticed, is pretty much buried by the billions of people who are posting onto the internet every day in a specific field, really. And perhaps that's why these people go unnoticed. And it hit me, man. I was just really sad. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I kind of relate to that shit, man. I kind of relate to that shit. It's like, shit, man, like, you got everything it takes, but the world's not seeing your talent. I always like using sports examples. Let's use boxing because it's my favorite sport. There's so many cold boxers out there that are unknown, and they will probably never receive the opportunity that their opposition had received. And they are no different. Perhaps even the person who isn't in the public eye may have a better chance than, would fare a better chance in a fight than the celebrity. But the only difference is, as his name suggests, as the title I've given him being the name of celebrity, the difference between the two of them, the only difference the two of them have, person B has leverage via social media, and his work is acknowledged. His work is acknowledged. And some people just don't make it, unfortunately. And I'm not saying that in a way to crush dreams, but it's more so me saying it to, pretty much figure out the reason and state the reason why, there's so much talent in the world in specific areas of life that go unnoticed. And, these people who are unnoticed are probably I think it's plausible to say, considering the amount of people who exist in the world, are better than these celebrities who are still talented, but there's better out there that has just been unseen. Shifting back to the boxing I was talking about, there are some cold boxers out there that can probably knock out the champion right now, but they'll never get noticed. They will never get the opportunity. Some even try and they don't get noticed. You know, last year when I went to the gym, I was doing like this gym series where I was just vlogging the gym. I saw Sam Sulek do it all the time, and then I was like, oh damn, so this guy's just posting the gym every day and makes millions from it. Wow, what a deal, let me try that. So I went in the gym and I did it for I was recording in there for like a good 3 weeks. They're like 20-30 minute videos each in the gym, but I never got the views in comparison to Sam. And I was like, fuck, it was like a hello to a reality. Not everyone makes it, you know? For every Sam Sulek, there are 100,000 who've tried and have also failed. Also, it's worth taking into account that Sam Sulek is on steroids, so I do believe that may have contributed to him gaining a following a lot bigger. Yeah, a really big following and being well known. Because really and truly, minus the steroids, he really is no different than everyone else who's recording in the gym. It's just that the people recording in the gym now, they get unnoticed. They get unnoticed. I always see these successful videos, like a super high popular video of a famous influencer online, and you know, people would say stuff like, oh man, he's the next up. They'll go in their old videos and comment, oh, he looks like he'd be good at X thing because they're already good at it now. They'll say that because they're already successful. But when the person is building, and even if that person has the potential and probably will become something great in the future, you know, you will see it, and pretty much most humans will see it, and they'll go like, oh, he's a small following. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into him. This is called the Jones effect. People don't like being the first one. So humans love pre-selection, guys. They love pre-selection. They love it. And with all that rambling on that I just made, it's just something I wanted to get out of my chest, and it's quite sad because there's a lot of talent, and you know, it's hard to get your talents out there in the public eye for people to really notice it. And God willing, I believe the best form of making money is to actually leverage those talents so it doesn't feel like work, and as a byproduct you get a lot of money, a bunch of money from that industry. And obviously make sure it's the right boat, in the sense of there's a lot of money in the industry, but yeah, just find the right boat. That's the best way to make money. But a lot of people give up along the way, and I don't blame them also, because it can really be demotivating to want to continue doing something when you're seeing no sign of progress. I feel like that with my YouTube channel sometimes, you know. As of this recording, I have 584 videos. It is the 6th of May 2025, and I have 117 subscribers, so I've been uploading too, but I barely go unnoticed. And I truly believe, and not even out of delusion, I actually genuinely believe I'm saying some good quality shit in my videos, man, but they're just unnoticed right now, and it really sucks. But I just have this thing in my spirit where it's like I genuinely can't give up, because even if I do give up, it's like, what's my other option, you know? What is my other option? I might as well just keep chasing my dream. And like I told you guys last year in one of my videos during the summer, we need to endure long enough to get noticed. I made a video also last week titled Post Every Day. And I believe I said something along the lines of, whatever dream you're chasing, you're going to have about 5 to 10 years where you'll see no sign of progress. And after those 5 to 10 years, it won't be until then where you start getting noticed for your achievements, you know? It gets to, because when you're doing something every day, let's say fitness for example, you're doing your push-ups, you're burning your muscles apart every day. You don't see it yet. They don't see it yet. People didn't start noticing I worked out until 2 years into my fitness journey. I'm telling you guys, it's like that. So That being said, and this is probably the most unsexy answer, please just keep going. I don't know what you're into. I don't know what hobbies you're into. I don't know you. But this is just a black guy from England, a black 19-year-old man from England telling you not to give up. Continue pursuing your passions. Keep pursuing your interests. That's me with YouTube. I don't get watched. I still boast. Long-term effects, guys. These videos, all these videos that aren't getting views right now, they barely scrape 10. Well, nowadays it's getting like 20 or something, but barely anyone comments, barely anyone likes. I do this for longevity because when every successful person, people love seeing your roots and where you began. Hence why all these videos are here. 10 years from now, I'll be 29 years old. Well, I'm probably gonna have over 5,000 videos. I think that's fair to say. And you can see how my mindset shifts over time. I'd class myself pretty wise now, but I would say I'm smart, but I don't have wisdom. What's the difference between being smart and having wisdom? Well, being smart is having knowledge through a particular area, through research and educating yourself, self-educating, or maybe even being taught via someone else. However, wisdom is pretty much the same thing, but it comes via experience. Now, I know there is the saying, men learn from their mistakes and wise men learn from the mistakes of others. I would say I'm wise, but I don't necessarily have wisdom yet. And I believe that would just come through age and experience. Now, I believe everyone has some form of wisdom. I'd say I have a solid amount of knowledge at my age, but there's still a lot more to learn, you know? And yeah, just keep going. You know, I told you how I'm passionate about YouTube and hence why I post every day. Look up my channel. I'm serious, look down. I'm telling you, I haven't missed a single video. I haven't missed a single day of posting this year. And when you love something, it's easy like that. And to end it off, I'm really into poetry, right? So I write poems, check my subscription list. Honestly, my best videos are not even these talking videos. It's the poems that I've made. Just writing it. I've been writing poems since I was 14 years old. Pretty much since high school, you know? But I didn't start posting poems onto YouTube until I was 17. So that's 5 years of me writing poetry. And I was like, shit, man, I really have a talent for this because I always enjoyed English literature. And back in high school, it was like my favorite subject. I was thinking, I enjoy creative writing. I enjoy writing fiction. I enjoy linking my creative thoughts and expressing it through a poetic sense. And I express it through the world. And I put that on my YouTube channel. They don't get noticed. And I really love poetry and it's frustrating as fuck. But I just have to keep going because, hey, maybe we can't see our successes now, perhaps. And it may not be until we're dead, probably. Until our successes are really noticed. And it is a shame that you won't be alive to see it. I'm not saying you won't be alive to see it, but in history there have been times where famous painters, their work isn't acknowledged until the day they die, or their music. I'm not saying that will be you. I'm sure you'll be found out at some point. And I'm hoping so also because I like to see my works that I've put my heart and soul into via poetry. Check my my playlist. I think I said description by accident. Playlist, I meant. I hope that gets noticed, and I'm gonna still write regardless if anyone sees it or not. But I enjoy it, and yeah, just say that to say, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Because yeah, I hope one day I can be a published poet, and my works are acknowledged worldwide. And you know, you can break down the poem because, bro, I really enjoy what I write, man. So yeah. Poetry, YouTube, many other areas in life, fitness, just still things I'm working on right now, but it's not really noticed. And I don't necessarily say this to care about what people think, but just to inspire people for your achievements. I think that's a good way to go about it, you know? And God willing, you can make a living from that. I'm into fitness, I love that. I'm into languages also. I've a desire to be a polyglot. Somebody speaks more than 4 languages. I want to specifically know 5. I already speak 2 right now, English and French. Bonjour. J'avais des mots. Yeah, à tout pouvoir, je parle français couramment. Je voulais être dans le niveau où je peux comprendre 5 plus langues. La langue que je voulais apprendre, après français et allemand, et après espagnol, et finalement japonais. Ça, c'est ma dernière langue. Alors, à tout pouvoir, je peux parler français couramment. Mais je ne vous apprends plus et je vais retourner en anglais because my audience is primarily English. Now the only issue with speaking French, I kind of have to put subtitles now. You can't always trust the captions. I have a lot of interests, man. Like even I like playing the flipping recorder also. Too many interests. I'm going everywhere. I'm sorry, wasting your time now. Yeah, just so much talent that goes unnoticed. Dog it out, man, and truly do it for you. I believe the best approach to just get noticed, to just not give up, as cliche and as simple as that may sound, maybe even cheesy. Don't give up, okay? Promise you won't give up, please. Come on. Don't abandon your interests. Do what you love. Even if no one's seeing you right now, you'll be acknowledged. Think of it like this. The longer no one's seeing you and you're practicing your craft, the more competent and better you'll be at your skill once your time arrives to be noticed.